If you died now, was your life really worth living? You tell yourself you changed a few things. The passion you never followed, the message you never answered. But what if the moments that changed everything weren't the big ones? Like the day you found that song you've been playing on repeat for years. A word someone whispered that never left your head. Even your biggest mistakes can hide in a perfectly ordinary afternoon. And before you realize it, it's all gone, in the blink of an eye. But all you can do is keep blinking. But don't worry, it doesn't matter anyway. Apparently when you die, you end up floating forever on a boat with a blue grumpy furry creature. Oh wait, that might just be the Ferryman, here to guide you to the afterlife. Because you, my friend, are special. Did you notice those little glowing spheres in the water? They're all dead, just like you. The only difference is they won't get a one-to-one with the Ferryman himself. Lucky you, he seems normal, like totally fit to guide you in the afterlife.
Watchers, I got some words for you.
Man, that's his way of showing happiness. Because you've had an exceptional life. So exceptional, in fact, that he's going to present you to the gatekeeper herself. But first, he needs to know your story. And if it's good enough, you get to move on. And if not, well, let's not think about that right now. So buckle up. You're about to float back all the way through your memories.
You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great. So, just think back to the very beginning, the first thing that you can remember. And just try to enjoy it this time.
Do you remember your first steps in this world? Of course you don't. But those first moments, they tend to decide more than you think. Don't worry though, you're that got it out on camera. And before you can even talk, you will learn one of the most beautiful languages out there, music. And your mom's gonna teach you that. Because you weren't born in any family, you are the son of a great composer. This little piano you're using, that's the piano your mom started with. But enough with your mom, the story is about you. Behold, you're about to meet your first ever friend. That's Ernie! And this little guy, he will be with you every step of the way.
Very good! Just one note different. That one sounds sad, doesn't it? Amazing what a difference one little change can make on how a person feels.
You impress your mom with bold artistic choices, like painting grass blue and the sky red. You go through the obvious dinosaurs phase. But most importantly, you grow. And one day, you grow big enough to finally get to the real deal. And you're gonna love it. But we'll come back to that because you still need a few weeks, enough time for you to track little Ernie turn into a full-grown cat.
I know, it seems impossible that you could ever play something so complex. But just take it one day at a time. Trust me. You're really getting there, honey. Next week we'll start working on your other hand.
You made it! Not only did you say goodbye to the dinosaurs, you actually got amazing at the piano. But you're not the only one in the family with a few tricks up your sleeve. I didn't tell you, but Ernie was missing for a while, and he came back with quite a surprise. Your mom's not delighted about it, but look at all these little cuties. Anyway, it's time for you to meet the person that will probably change your life forever. This is your new neighbor, Chloe. She sits with you in history class, and she leaves cute little notes on your desk, like this one that says that she doesn't want anything to do with you at school, and that you'd better never talk to her, like, ever. Yeah, you're not quite the popular type. But she will still come over to play video games with you. And your parents are definitely not gonna make this awkward.
Very sweet. Thank you for playing this game with him.
Your dad just thanked me for hanging out with you? That's a very interesting detail.
By the way, did you recognize the game? You know, right, Conchesters. The game when you have to catch all the shellfish and you're using those little balls to trap them in and then to make them fight together. I mean, come on, I'm sure it rings a bell. Alright. For those who live in a cave, apparently, and didn't know the game at all, I'll let you read what it is about. And while you play this masterpiece with Chloe, you will realize that this little stubborn, rebel girl is quite growing on you, actually. But coming of age is also facing harsh truth. The first one hit when your mom gave up her dream and became an accountant. Passion alone? Not enough. If you want to be great at something, you'll have to face life's tough realities. Discipline and pressure.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay? Subdivide the time. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. You're off. You're off, Ben. You can't hear that?
And do you know where you have to go when you want to find more discipline and pressure? Even more than you have at home? Well, obviously, school. And because your mom doesn't want you to make the same mistake as she did, she's gonna make sure you enter the best institution. So you meet the headmaster of the most renowned music school ever. A very lovely and humble guy. Or not. Anyways, audition is in 30 days and there is no messing around this time.
Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice.
Alright, just maybe one little phone call? Oh man, you just caused a fight between your parents by answering that call. But it's gonna teach you something, if you know how to listen.
Did I just cause a fight with your
But
parents?
I actually think
I'm sorry, dude, but you should also cherish these moments. My mom and dad used to fight, and I would always hate it, but now I actually miss it a lot.
Fast forward, it didn't get any better at home, but you're ready to nail this audition.
Benny has a chance here. A real chance to be really good at something.
Do you know the best way to prepare for something important? A good night's sleep. So when Chloe calls you to sneak out to the beach, you have to say no. Because tomorrow, you have a date with this guy. Alright, I might have overestimated you. But at least, the stars look beautiful tonight. Chloe starts telling you her secrets. And while you're drawing in the stars, you finally start to understand who she really is. So yeah, you broke the rule. But you know that feeling when you lose track of time with a person? When you're finally living the moment because you feel that connection. That's exactly how you felt that night, for the very first time. And that's why you're gonna remember this for the rest of your life.
I like hanging out with you a lot. Which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone. So this has been a big surprise for me this year, in a lot of ways.
With so much warmth in your heart, you will crush that piano audition. That night gave you the strength you needed and... Oh shit, what the hell are you doing? Oh man, you messed up, and you messed up big time. Look, you're so tired you can barely see the damn piano. Let's get to the chase. You failed.
I think that's
That one mistake I warned you about? This is it. You threw your entire career out the window, just for a night of fun.
Benjamin, why don't we plan on having you come back next year again, once you've had a bit more time to practice? Yes?
But what if I told you it didn't matter at all? Because life happens, and it happened on you. You got sick, my friend, stuck in bed for a year. So even if you passed that audition, you wouldn't have gone to music school. And because being sick wasn't awful enough, your mom asked you to be productive. No video games for you. And since your computer seems to have been built before the creation of internet, I really wonder what you can do with only pens and paper. This time, you've learned your lesson. You won't miss this chance. You found your true calling and you're not letting it slip away. Even if it means drawing your naked teacher? Oh my god, this is a family-friendly video. How do I hide that? Yeah, fruit basket, right there. Perfect. Okay, naked teacher again. Let's find something else. Abstract art? Excellent. Congratulations, you just painted something no one can explain. But what do I know about art? Because that thing is gonna become your first real success. You know that moment in any game when you hit the first shot on the final boss? It can only mean two things. It was just pure luck, or you just cracked the code. The child you were, struggling to make friends, stumbling on every steps, making the worst choices possible, is now a famous painter. And though she never went easy on you, the first one you want to celebrate with is your mom. But you don't stop there. Oh no. You cross the ocean to Greece to paint a masterpiece. And suddenly, everyone's watching. But reality catches up to you. Truth is, focus is shifting. You've got to bring something new, or you might lose what you've worked for so hard. So you lock in for good. This time, you're not a child anymore. So there is no messing around and no picking phone calls. You're not gonna let it slip away. But maybe you should have.
But that's enough from me. Now, you'll hear from the person who I believe was the single thing in the world my wife was most proud of. Her magnum opus, so to speak. I think you all know who I'm talking about.
You chose your career this time, and it was the wrong choice. You might have lost the most precious moments. Speak of a mistake that took everything away. If you could hold your mom just one last time. Just say goodbye. If you could have been by her side until she left. But you weren't. And that regret is gonna eat you up. You got stuck for a long time. A very long time. And again, you lost everything that you've worked for. If you didn't know, you had a manager, and she just fired you. But you just don't care. Because you finally realized one of life's most important lessons. You can never go back. But you can come home to your dad because he needs you. And that's where you will understand the second most important life lessons. Life only moves forward, but so do you. You have something today that you didn't have before. a way to express yourself like no one else can, a way to pay a tribute like no one else can. So you did the only thing that you really wanted to see your mom again, but not just some cold picture. To see her for who she really was, for all the passion and light she brought into your life. From that place, you drew the most striking piece of your entire career. And at the end of your journey,
Is that really you? It's Chloe, your neighbor. My God, I can't believe this. It's been years. I just
you find something you thought you had lost forever.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack.
Oh, the ferryman is happy, very happy. He gets paid in souls. And if yours is good enough, he won't be eating seagulls tonight. So yes, your story matters, because the ferryman is hungry. So your journey is ready to be told. There's only one tiny problem.
I said shut up, you scumballs! You lucky fowls!
You see those birds that won't shut up? They're not regular birds. They're lyrebirds. You know what that means? It means that you, my dear, haven't told the whole truth. Whatever you're hiding, it's coming for you.
I had assumed as much anyway.
I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back
And sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on ya.
Oh, the ferryman is furious. But you get one last chance to save your soul. No more excuses, you're going back through those memories. And this time, you'd better tell the truth.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
I don't know.
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work to make yourself sensational.
I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone.
I know you want to stay here, ma'am, but we don't have the time.
So this has been a big surprise for me this year in a lot of...
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
I get all this. We need to move.
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable. Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Let you two go.
Hold on here for a second. You played the piano, you drew, but you also wrote? While you were stuck in bed, you began to put your journey on paper. How you grew up in a loving family, in a quaint village by the sea. You couldn't stop writing. You stayed up late, pouring your life into words. But here's the thing, those words didn't really land as expected.
Oh, here I am. But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. First love? Okay, Benny.
Can't.
Just go in there and tell him you loved it.
I'm sorry, I just can't. Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Just go to bed. I'll talk to you. Hey, B. Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. But I thought it was great.
Your mom's reaction shook you. So you went back to writing one more time. A new narrative, the truth you didn't want to face. Benjamin Brynn was a loser. He was the worst Brynn to ever live. He didn't even try to fight the disease inside him. He just laid down and died. You were sick, sicker than an 11-year-old should ever be. Your world narrowed into a single routine: painkillers, half-eaten meals, medication instead of childhood. But you tried to protect Chloe by ignoring her. You knew she'd already lived through this once when she lost her mother. You couldn't make her endure that pain again. You tried to make your mom smile again by playing the piano one more time. You tried so hard to protect everyone. You forgot they were stronger than you thought. Of course, Chloe came anyway. Missed calls were never going to stop her. You talked about everything and nothing. Stupid jokes, random thoughts, conscious strategies, and somehow, right there, in the middle of sickness, you were still making happy memories. Little did you know, the best one was waiting for you. So you kept going, even as your strength faded, as painkillers fade, and even as a bite of food became impossible. Still, you held on until the very end.
I can't breathe.
I know.
It's okay, Benny, I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Richard, it's like I can't breathe. Like there's this clamp on my chest.
I know. It's okay.
You can come back to me now.
You have to do something. Richard, I can't breathe. I feel like I can't breathe.
It's okay, Benny, just close your eyes.
That's how you ended. This time, you are accepted in the realm of the gatekeeper, but not because you were a great artist. Grand words? Perfect stories? They've always been overrated. That's not what made you special. As you lost everything, you never stopped holding on to love, to hope, to what made you human. Even on your deathbed, making up your life as a great painter, you didn't picture a smooth, perfect story. You imagined success, yes, but also failures, stumbles, and grief for your mother. Because when you were about to go, you finally realized any mistake you could ever make, every pain you could ever feel, would have been proof that you were alive.
Gatekeeper, before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative, and the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Brynn. Benjamin Brynn was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So, when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him. But then, when he was just 11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live, which only made him forget the great life he already had, how he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise, how he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world and made her feel okay again, and how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope, how he reminded them exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten. So when he knew he was going to go, he was okay, because he'd already lived a great life, a full life, and he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
She accepts. Close your eyes now and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in. Go on. You know what to do.
If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.